look, it's not, it's just, no, it's not about, it's not about that! Oh, damn it.
Halibut exploded all over my face, and like I had little tiny like bits of halibut in my eye.
My name is Mr. Luff, and it's L-U-F-F, and it's in the dictionary. It's a sailing term. I got bored one day when I was 16. My mother didn't know what my name meant, so I looked in the dictionary, and there it was. I teach the hospitality and tourism program. I've taught careers and civics. I've taught religion once before. For tradespeople, it's not usually our original idea. We may know of an existing situation where there is a teacher in the foods program at a certain school that they may be working towards, but usually you need some years experience in the field before you can impart, you want to gain knowledge to impart that knowledge to students and other people, other tradespeople within your industry. So becoming a chef was my first goal. My grandparents, my grandmothers were good cooks. My dad was a good cook. And I was interested in a certain cookbook when I was younger. It had a lot of illustrated pictures, colored pictures, and recipes. And I would read this thing front to back all the time. And I had an interest. That's when I was 12 years old, between 12 and 14. And then I cooked at home a lot. I would make spaghetti. What else would I make? Spaghetti, a lot of spaghetti. Rice dishes when I was in high school. And I got really good at doing it. And my mother said, "Oh, you should become a chef." I'm like, didn't even really think about becoming a chef. I didn't really have any aspirations in high school to become anything. I actually wanted to be a pilot maybe at one point. I thought about that, but that's a dream a lot of kids have about flying, doing different things. But and then I got a job as shorter cook at Kentucky Fried Chicken when I was 16, and it was all you could eat chicken. So it was a dream job. And then I got a job later on in a factory. I thought, this is a good job, it pays well, I'm just gonna get a job in a factory. But then when that factory job went away, we were getting laid off, I went back into cooking. And then when I was 25, I realized that if I want to do anything further with this, I have to become educated in it, either a trade or go to college. And that's when I went to George Brown College in Toronto for 3 years. My favorite thing to cook is Italian cuisine. I specialize in fine dining Italian cuisine. So pasta's probably my go-to. I love making pizza. Pizza's fun. Risotto, I like a lot of the Italian cuisine, a lot of dishes like that, because it's very natural. So you rely on, Italian cuisine relies on seasonal vegetables that are ripe and in season, and usually local. There is a lot of theory to cooking, and you need to understand how certain ingredients mix with other ingredients. There are some things that you would never mix together, and some things you should never not mix together. Like they go hand in hand, like they're like marriage, married. So students need to learn measurement. They need to learn cooking techniques, like dry heat cooking, moist heat cooking. And in my class, I provide the Ruby Online Cooking School videos and assessment. That works well. And then combine that with practical experience, hands-on, cooking things in the kitchen. And I try to replicate a real world environment, like as if this was a kitchen. So we cater in the school, we cater outside the school, and involve the students in as much of that as we can. And that's real learning, right? So the experience comes from hands-on, rote learning how to handle that chef's knife, doing things repetitiously. again and again is how you learn. Well, I got hired. I lived in London. I responded to the Workopolis Globe and Mail website for an ad to be a teacher, a culinary teacher for the Windsor-Essex Catholic District School Board, and I wanted to be in the Catholic Board. I wanted to work for the Catholic Board. And then I applied and I got a job at CCH for 13 years, but they're talking about closing down the school. So if they closed down the school, I would have lost my position as teaching foods, hospitality, tourism. So this position opened up and I thought, oh, that's awesome. I think this is a good school, great reputation, good community, school community, and I thought this school is probably never going to close down. So I applied for the position and I got it and I came here, and awesome experience here. Students, staff are great here, very committed. I have a strong work ethic. I've always had a job. I was 8 years old and I got a paper route. I don't know if you guys don't do paper routes here. So I started working when I was 8, cutting grass when I was 8, just taking the lawnmower around the neighborhood, working, having a paper route, working in the fields. I corn detasseled when I was 11. I worked in the fields when I was 12 to 16, and then I got a job at Kentucky Fried Chicken. So I've always had a job. I think working is the key to staying healthy and surviving. Just as you have to learn how to cook at home and eat healthy. Don't eat ultra processed foods. Don't eat any processed foods or convenience foods as often as people do. It's kind of getting out of control with all the fast food places and stuff you can buy in stores. But yeah, work. I've always worked. I've always wanted to stay active and work. So it's very important. Put your finger in here for a second.